Hello everyone, this is Steve with the Free Bullion Investment Guide. Today is July 13th, and I'm doing a price analysis review and outlook video for gold. This is gold's 4-hour chart. And to quickly review last week's video, this rising expanding wedge in the gold price chart has been in it now for at least 3 weeks. I think a little bit longer, to be completely honest with you, but I'm not totally sure. I'd have to go back a few videos, but anyways, it's been in it for a while and it could stay in it. I'll show you in the outlook what I see, and we'll really have to pay attention to what happens next week. But also, I showed you this falling expanding wedge in last week's video, which is a positive pattern, and the price of gold did break above it, confirming it. Now we could say that the price of gold broke the level down here, but it really just skirted the line. It didn't break it convincingly. It didn't shoot. It didn't deny the pattern at all. It really just skirted along the pattern. And really what I'm going to do for next week's outlook is just to extend it to those new lows that it made. And also for the outlook, I do see a new pattern. I see basically a double negative in gold. Another rising expanding wedge is what I found in the US dollars, in gold's price chart. So that's double negative, as I just said, in gold. There's really no positive patterns right now in the price of gold, even as I just scan it right now. I study the charts for a good while. I keep all my lines and so on, so everybody sees what I've been talking about for the last several weeks, and I always just try to stay as honest as possible. But the point is there's really no positive patterns in the price of gold right now. And I also happen to know that there are many people that want to get in on the price of gold before we see it jump any more to the upside. So this is actually a sign of good news to a lot of people. But there are also those of us that would like to see gold rise. But really the reason behind the rise in gold is the Fed's accommodative stance towards interest rates right now and the market. Jerome Powell had his meeting this past week, and it really just sounds like he's just going to be as accommodative as possible and traders just love hearing that in the gold market, and they bought it up. And then we did have some profit taking, and then they continue to buy it up. And I think we're going to see some consolidation next week as it breaks both of these patterns, hopefully, and we can get it out of this chart. But I do continue to expect 1380 to stand as strong support. It was very strong resistance for gold for several years. It took gold forever, it felt like, to finally break above it. And now that it's above it, I think it's going to stay above it. But we'll really have to see what the Fed does at the end of this month. And until that time comes, I expect the price of gold to break this pattern to the downside, but not much. Really just continue on this sideways march until we do find out what the Fed's going to do. So that's it for this week. I thank you for your time. I look forward to talking to you again next week. Take care and God bless.